What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. This is Gaming God, or you guys can call me Aiden for short, and today I'm going to be going through the best tips and tricks for Team Deathmatch right here in Black Ops 3, and hopefully if you follow these tips, you'll be able to win every single Team Deathmatch game that you play, or at least the majority of them. Now I'm personally not a die-hard TDM player. If you watch a lot of my videos, you'll know that when I do play pubs, I'm usually in either domination or some type of mosh pit playlist, but every now and again I don't mind hopping into some TDM and just giving it a go, and when I do play it, I'd say about 9 out of 10 times I end up doing really well. So I thought I would share some of the tips that I use, and I'll also be going through a little class setup towards the end of the video as well. So the first tip I have, and it's not exactly that important to your own performance, but it can definitely be the difference between winning or not, and that's to try and play in a party. I'm not going to go into this too much, but a party is really important in TDM because it's all kill based. That's what the game mode is all about, and a lot of the time when you do play with randoms, it can be really frustrating if you're on the so-called bad team. And I've seen some games on the internet where one person gets 40 plus kills and the team still doesn't win. So playing with as many people as you know will help your team out, and it's always just more enjoyable when you're playing and talking with people that you know. So next up, I want to get into some actual gameplay strategies. Now if you're someone who maybe rushes a lot in other game modes like Dom and you want to give TDM a go, you're probably going to have to change up your playstyle because you do need to play at a slower rate. That's just how TDM works. It's one of the slower game modes that isn't search and destroy or anything like that. So I would say that most of the time play at a slower pace just until you get a feel for the game you're in, and if you do get that feeling that you could maybe go and tear it up in the enemy base, definitely go ahead and do it. So my next tip sort of ties in with my last one, and that's to try and play on head glitches. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically any form of cover that you can get behind where it's just your head poking out, and as you could imagine, it makes it really hard for you to get killed, which gives you a huge advantage over everyone else, and the whole point in TDM is to get as many kills as possible and to try not to die. So getting on head glitches and really racking up the kills can make a big difference to your team winning or not. Next up, you want to try and be aiming down your sights as much as possible. So every time you go into a room or every time you turn a corner, if you're aiming down your sights, it means that you'll usually get the first shot on the enemy, and that means you'll win the majority of your gunfights. And lastly, before I get onto the class setup, I'd say to travel around the outsides of the map. If you try and run through the middle of the map in Team Deathmatch, you'll end up dying a lot, so the more you travel the outsides the better, and it's also the best way to get behind the enemy team if you do plan on rushing them. So for the best setup, I won't go through everything, just the essentials that you need to do well, and the first thing all depends on your playstyle, but like I said, most of the time you want to be sitting back, so I would recommend either using an assault rifle or an LMG. Either one would work out great. I would personally choose an assault rifle though, anyone would do, but I'm a big fan of the KN-44, really solid gun, and it's available from the very beginning, so it doesn't matter what level you are, you can still go ahead and use it. Now some of the perks you want to throw in your class are 6th Sense, Awareness, and Dead Silence. 6th Sense so you can see enemies that are near you, Awareness so you can hear enemy footsteps really loudly, even if you don't wear a headset it can still work, and Dead Silence so you can sneak around the map without being heard. I personally think those are a really good combination. You can go ahead and fill in the rest of your class with whatever suits you, but for the score streaks I would say to go for the lower ones that might get you a couple of kills like the Lightning Strike or the Sentry Gun, but if you are confident that you can go on higher streaks, I would definitely say to use the Wraith and the Wraps, but like I said, that's only if you're confident in getting 10 to 15 kills straight without dying, because there's no objective to boost that up. And lastly, for your specialist, I would say to go for a weapon rather than an ability, because the weapons like the Scythe minigun or the Tempest are really strong, and it'll make it a lot easier to get kills when you have them. So that's gonna do it for the best Team Deathmatch tips. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to go ahead and drop a like to show support. Comment down below if you have any other tips that help you out in TDM, and subscribe to my channel if you're new so you don't miss out on any of my future Black Ops 3 videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out guys.